I'm Dr. Scout. I'm the Director of LGBT Health Link at Centerlink. And this is your LGBT Health and Wellness Roundup, everything you wanted to know about the top news in 3 minutes or less. So let's get to it. Happy to see 2 new papers come out on LGBT health this week. One from our old friends at the Fenway Institute. They published a report on how designating LGBT people as a federal medically underserved population will help us reduce disparities and help specific LGBT health programs. Second, UC Davis Health System added sexual orientation and gender identity to their electronic health records program, and they put out a paper talking about how this is going to create institutional cultural change, spin-off projects, and benefits to LGBT healthcare recipients across the system. Second story this week, are we out and thriving? Not quite yet. Gallup conducted a poll, and they have on that an aggregate measure of well-being, and compared to heterosexual non-LGBT people in 5 areas of well-being: financial, physical, social, community, and purpose. Unfortunately, LGBT recipients scored lower, so it looks like we still have a ways to go, and that stigma is still playing a role on our everyday lives. Third story this week, strike one, strike all. You'd think when there's an anti-LGBT, they didn't collect T, hate crime, it primarily affects the person involved, but actually research shows that it affects all of us. It has psychological and emotional effects on the larger communities, non-victims, resulting in behavior change, including the fact that we're less likely to come out. One positive note about it is that hate crimes also appear to mobilize us to respond. Fourth story this week, we've got a few different reports coming out on aging. Aging is so queer. One study interviewed middle-aged gay men to discuss aging, including the contradictions that arise, such as they didn't want to be seen as old, but on the other hand, they were very comfortable with aging. Another study about aging showed that trans women who started their transition after 50 had challenges that affected their health, but on the other hand, they had more strengths in defining their success in their own terms, and that may have reduced some of the adverse health impacts. And the last of the top LGBT health and wellness stories this week, preparing the young and tech-savvy, National Minority AIDS Council has developed Prepare for Life, a new webpage aimed at increasing knowledge of PrEP among young gay Black and Latino men, while the popular cruising app Hornet has partnered with AIDS.gov to provide users with information on local HIV testing sites, PrEP, and related health topics. That's your news for the week. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and we'll see you next week.